declines to join Trump's effort to overturn Obamacare. Ohio, a red-leaning presidential battleground state, is opposing a lawsuit Trump backs that would invalidate Obamacare, signaling the difficulty he faces trying to resurrect the issue for the campaign. The Republican the Attorney General, David Yost, a Republican, says there's 1.9 million non-elderly Ohioans who have pre-existing conditions. So if this was to happen, then he's basically saying then they would lose medical care, and we can't afford to have that happen in Ohio. So because of that, we're going to not support the canceling of Obamacare. And if you remember, John McCain is the reason why Obamacare still exists. He gave the thumbs down. He gives a thumbs up. It's gone. He didn't. So the battle continues on Obamacare. Finish up here. As you know, the Democrats are going nuts trying to accuse Attorney General Barr from being a puppet, for being President Trump's minion, that he auditioned for the job to get the AG position, and that he's really running interference for President Trump because some of the Mueller Democrat activists that were prosecutors and helping Mueller, because of the summation that AG Barr put out, or leaking, saying there's actually a lot of dirt on Trump in that 400 pages. AG Barr is hiding it. I was in Fresno today, coming around a corner, and there's about 30 wacky leftists with signs. Release the full report. Well, Attorney General Barr defends the handling of the Mueller-Russia report. This says, this is from AP, Associated Press. Attorney General William Barr on Thursday defended his handling of Special Counsel Robert Mueller's report on the Russia investigation, saying the confidential document contains sensitive grand jury material that prevented it from being immediately released to the public. That's the Department of Justice protocols, regulations. The statement comes as Barr confronts concerns that his 4-page letter summarizing Mueller's conclusions unduly sanitized the full report in President Trump's favor, including on the key question of whether the president obstructed justice. House Democrats on Wednesday approved subpoenas for Mueller's entire report and any exhibits and other underlying evidence that the Department of Justice might withhold. The disparity in length between Barr's letter and Mueller's final report, which totals nearly 400 pages, raises the likelihood of additional significant information that was put forward by the special counsel's office but not immediately shared by the Attorney General. Barr is now expected to release the entire report with redactions by mid-April. Quote, given the extraordinary public interest in the matter, the Attorney General decided to release the report's bottom-line findings in its conclusions immediately, without attempting to summarize the report, and with the understanding the report itself would be released after the redaction process, the Department of Justice statement said. Barr has said that he and the Deputy Attorney General, Rod Rosenstein, determined that Mueller's evidence was insufficient to support an obstruction allegation. Barr said he's continuing to work with Mueller's office on redactions on the report so that it could be released to Congress and to the Republic. So where we're at with this, if you haven't been keeping track of it, is the Democrats lost all their steam when Barr put out the 4-page summary. The people working for Mueller then leaked, but don't fret. Reignite your news media, CNN, in your articles and say that Barr is dirty and that he's hiding, he's protecting the president who did obstruct justice. And that's what's going on. So Attorney General Barr come out saying, get over it. I'll release it in 10 days, and this is how it's supposed to roll. Now, some banks who have been getting subpoenas from the Democratic House are saying, you know what? Bank tells House Democrats to issue a subpoena if they want Trump's financial records. House Democrats are telling Capital One Bank to turn over a host of financial records over about President Trump and the Trump International Hotel as part of a wide-ranging investigation into Trump's potential financial conflicts of interest and whether he's in compliance with the Constitution's clause ensuring he does not receive gifts from foreign governments. They're trying to use a freaking rule that's never been prosecuted. And so what they're trying to say is if somebody stayed in one of President Trump's hotels, that possibly by renting a room or buying gifts from the gift, whatever you call it, the office or buy a gift from the hotel gift shop, that maybe those should be considered gifts if it's a foreign diplomat staying in President Trump's hotel. Could be, huh? Of course, it's absurd. Of course, this is all they have. And this is what we're going to hear all the way through the 2020 elections because they don't have anything else. And there's no way that they're going to be able to say, well, you know what? Attorney General Barr released the paperwork, the actual 400-page report from Mueller, and he was right. His 4-page summation was right. So, that's still loading. Oh, technology is supposed to make life easier, isn't it? Okay, here we go. Now we're caught up. Okay, let's go ahead and finish up here. A couple of minutes to go. All right. So, the bank says, you know what? Send over the subpoenas and we'll get you the information. Now, while that's going on, the rat is... Michael Cohen is dirty. Article here from the Washington Times. Michael Cohen, President Trump's one of his former attorneys, who's been convicted of lying, offers Democrats new evidence against Trump and bid to delay his prison term. President Trump's former lawyer, Michael Cohen, says he has new information to offer Democrats and if authorities reduce or delay his upcoming 3-year sentence. In a letter to lawmakers Thursday, Cohen's attorney said he mysteriously discovered substantial files on his hard drive that could help investigations of the president. Mysteriously. There's a hard drive, he said. It has 14 million files, emails, voice recordings, images, attachments from Cohen's computers and phones. His attorneys, Lanny Davis, and wrote, to date, Mr. Cohen has located several documents that we believe have significant value to the various congressional oversight committees. In exchange, you get me out of this prison term, and I'll suddenly be able to release those to you guys. Man. No justice. Smollett got away with it in Chicago. Cohen might get away with, well, if he's got mysteriously 14 million emails, recordings, images, attachments, all the emails. Didn't turn over all the emails and all the files before, but now he is. And instead of getting additional jail time for hiding this information, he may get rewarded for being dirty. He may get rewarded for being dishonest. I don't know. There's days you just have to suck it up and say, okay, it's a new day. Fortunately, I have my Christian faith. I just say, God, you're sovereign and you're in control. In the end, it's going to be okay. But when it comes down to just the day-to-day, President Trump is fighting everybody. He has some support from the Freedom Caucus in the House, some senators. But besides that, it's him and the Department of Homeland Security and ICE trying to deal with immigration against a Congress that doesn't want to do anything about it. So, hey, I want to thank you for listening tonight. If you're listening, or, you may be listening as a pre-recording, as a podcast. So, either way, thank you for listening. A lot going on. So, make sure you keep informed. Reach out to your senator or House members and say, you know what, we have an emergency on the border. What are you doing about it? All right, you guys have a great rest of your day or morning, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Take care.